Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And we are back here with the latest update video, and this is going to be for week 4. So this is going to be my Marksman Hunter gearing journey from the first week of raid all the way until who knows when the meme season 4 will come out. But this is going to be for week 4. So the vault that we're about to open is my rewards from week 3. So to give you guys a really quick refresher, if you didn't watch the previous video, I do have a 483 option, which will be myth track, a 480 myth track item, and then also a 476 item from Mythic Plus, and then a couple of raid slots for raid. So hopefully we get some good upgrades. And now that Windrunner's guidance has been fixed, we finally put out patch notes talking about those bug fixes. Life is good for a Marksman Hunter. I'm really excited to continue to get more gear on my Hunter. So alright, let's go ahead and skip all the chit chat and let's just see what's in this vault. So I'll verify that I am set to marksmanship, and then I am again going to do the meme thing here and see what exactly I have in my vault, one item at a time. So alright, here we go. So first things first is going to be the up top will be the raid. So let's see, we have champion gloves, not too bad. 470 gun, not too bad. I do have a suitable upgrade now though in my bag already. Let's see, so cleats of the Savage Claw, which just like last week, I actually got out of raid this week since I do open this vault after I raid for the first time for the week, since I'm always late anyway. So we got some 476 wrist with a socket. Normally that would be good, but that's where I have my my res wrists. So all right, first myth track item, here we go. It is Thorn Shaper mitts. Okay, so that could be a good piece that we turn into tier. That's a low item for me. All right, please, please, weapon. Or I can just take the myth track gloves now. All right. Well, I do think I will be taking the myth track gloves. Kind of sucks that, you know, they were both gloves, but that's okay because on my Hunter right now, my gloves are 463. And so these are going to be 483 with eventually be 489. So that would be honestly a BIS item. So I'll be going with that. Otherwise, if I didn't have the res bracers, I would probably pick this guy up since it already does have a socket. Because I'm not going to pick tokens just yet. But if I had good gloves already, I probably would be taking tokens. But yeah. So the rewards for week 3 that we got in week 4 is going to be Mythic Track tier gloves. So let's go ahead and teleport to the future and see what this week had in store for me. And we are back here, and it is Monday once again. So I am joined by Rosie, who's sitting right here. Hopefully she's a good girl. She was, at least for the last video recording. But we made a lot of really great progress once again this week. Got a bigger boost to our item level. Our damage went up. Our Raider IO score went up. The only thing we missed out was an extra new boss kill. So we didn't get anything new for progression-wise. So we did get, not really hard stuck on Smolderon. We got him down to like 20% a couple of times. We just need people to get the dance a little bit better and to not put bad puddles in the middle of the encounter space in GG, and that will die probably this week. And then hopefully we'll get right onto Tendril and then probably even see Fire Act before the end of the week. So we ended up going 9 of 9 normal, no legendary items dropped, and then we went 6 of 9 heroic. So looking at my item level, we went up from 466 from last week to 474, so making big leaps, betting on ourselves, and making sure that we're using all of our upgrades educated, and yeah, and it's actually been working really well for me. In fact, this might be the best gearing progression I've ever had, where I haven't really had any sort of wasteful gear choices yet. So I did get those myth track tier gloves that you guys saw just a few minutes ago, and then I did upgrade my embellishment, my second embellishment item, which was my belt, to 486. So that means my 2 embellishments are as maxed out as they can be, and as you can see up here, when I'm above 90% health, I have basically 2 trinkets worth of mastery. It's 1,249, one shy of 1,250. And I did actually mention in the previous video, I met I said 2,000. I did not mean that, so sorry about that. You cannot get 2,000 free mastery. But this has an uptime of at least 50% in every single dungeon run I've done and every single boss encounter in Raid as well. And I actually saw almost 80% uptime on this in some of my runs, so that's a credit to my group as a whole, whether you're Oddwin, who is a Ret Paladin, Zaft doing those side heals, Galacrund, or Barry keeping my butt alive. So thank you guys, and this was such a really great week for Mythic Plus all around and for my gear. And then a couple of other things I did upgrade. I did mention I was going to upgrade the Leaf Hide Penetrator, the Mastery over Versatility crossbow if I did not get a weapon out of my vault. So I did just that. So that's now up to 483 maxed out. I still have some lower item level pieces, including my back piece, but at least it gives me avoidance. My res wrist, this is something that I'm going to be upgrading next. It's pretty much like it's the cuffs and then a weapon if I end up needing to do that, because otherwise I've got the ring, the pants, and the chain up to 486. And then I did end up getting the neck piece. So this the Cagney, I think it was Cagney, neck piece that I had from the one of the fights over in Aberrus. I think it was the assault fight. I did get that upgraded from the Nimue encounter and got the heavy crit over Haste neck piece. And this actually did come with a socket already, so I only had to add 2. But all in all, a quality week for my gear upgrades. I do have, if let's say I get a mythic item, a mythic track item in my vault that is one of my tier pieces that's not the gloves, I will be able to upgrade that because we do have a catalyst charge heading our way this coming week. So who knows, if I don't get a weapon or a really good trinket, that's probably going to be what I'm going to do. And then speaking of that, hit the wrong button, me. Let's look at my Raider IO. So I do have a 2,632 rating. I didn't do as many keys as I would have liked this week. I think I ended up doing 9 keys, where each of the last, 3 weeks since I've been recording these videos, I had, I think, like 20, 22, 25, somewhere in there. But good quality runs all around. We ended up knocking out a bunch of portals. We'll kind of talk about that here in a second. But this was the Tyrannical, Storming, and also Raging week. Hey, this guy, I can make that for you. I can make. So I've got to make some money while I'm recording these videos. Anyway, it was a really great week. We knocked off a bunch of our Mythic Plus portal runs. So as you can see here over here on the side, we ended up getting Blackrook Hold, the Everbloom, Throne of the Tides, Taldazar, and that was all in different groups with different combinations of people. So it was a really great experience, and I hope to be at least at 2.7k this next coming week, with the ultimate goal of at least getting to 3k before the end of the season. And as you can see here, I've got a lot of lower keys on the fortified side, and then we'll really start to push past 20s and into the 21s, 22s, maybe even 23s of the world. But all in all, like I said, a great push week. And then that was actually the right thing. I wanted to go to the vault here real quick. So I do have 3 different myth track items. So I have 2 483s, and then I have a 480 option. So hopefully one of these will give us a weapon, and I have 2 heroic slots as well. And then one last thing before I leave you guys, so I can go make this guy his boots. Looking at my build, so I talked about this in the most recent crop of videos. Well, first off, Windrunner's guidance has been fixed. I said that in the previous video, but if you guys haven't seen that one, it's been fixed, so thank you, Blizzard. I've been toying around with running with Hydra's Bite, because latent poison, since we do so much damage with poison injection is the ability name, and the actual damage it does is latent poison. It's just not been doing a ton of damage, only about 1 to 1.2% of my overall damage, where just my Serpent Stings by itself has been doing almost 3. So after running with Hydra's Bite, it's been doing more damage. It's been along the lines of 4.5 to 5% of my total damage. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be running Hydra's Bite exclusively and see how that works, and then I will report back to you guys. And then also over here on the Marksman side of the tree, and I didn't put this in the previous week, so sorry about that. I am still going to be running with light ammo, and then you can move a couple of these points around. So if you guys want to do something different, please let me know how it works for you. And you know, have to say, Marksman Hunter's been doing a lot of damage. This was from a plus 18 Everbloom, so keep in mind it is going to be skewed damage-wise, and then also we did have an Aug Evoker in there, full disclosure. But we're doing a lot of damage, and Rapid Fire is doing like 30 to 35% of my total damage. And as you can see there, Serpent Sting was 4.4%, so it's going tracking up even on a Tyrannical week. But what do you guys think? How are you guys doing in Mythic Plus and Raid? Please leave me a comment down below. I'd encourage you guys to chat amongst yourselves. I'd love to hear how your journeys are going. And then also, I have so many more videos that are coming out. I've updated my 10.2 Marksman Hunter guide, and we do, like each and every week, have some more power creep that's going to be hitting us in the form of that Catalyst charge, and then hopefully we'll get something good out of Raid, out of our vault, and I can share that with you guys tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Eggplant, and I'll see you next time.